Hello, everybody. Welcome to the EOS Hot Sauce, episode number 168. I'm your host, Dan Singjoy. I hope that you're having an awesome day and you're enjoying your week and you are excited for the spiciest EOS stories of the week. It is the quiet before the storm, so to speak, and we've got some great topics for you, so we'll jump right into it. First topic that we'll discuss is asking, are you building yet? We have a bunch of awesome hackathons going on coming up soon that we'll talk about. Then we'll talk about the ENF is hiring, a new article that EOS wrote called Remodelizing Central Management with DAOs, a new partnership with the ENF and OCI, preparations for the LEAP consensus upgrade, EOS support August monthly report, new music NFTs from Sound Element, Defibox and Yield Plus, EOS taking steps towards an epic end of the year, and then we'll talk about some EOS community events. So, first topic that we'll discuss today is the EVM X Ideathon and other hackathons going on, and just all the great ways to build in the EOS ecosystem, all the great opportunities right now. So if you're not building with EOS yet, then you've got many more great reasons than ever to start now. There's two hackathons happening this month to empower builders with EOS. As I mentioned, the EVM X Ideathon with beautiful art and beautiful brain. And then there's also the Trust EVM GameFi Hackathon of 2022 that's been launched for a couple of weeks, and it's closing for registration soon. We'll talk about this more soon. If you're already building, then these provide amazing opportunities to supercharge your work. And if not, then check them out and learn more. You can check out the blog articles that we'll discuss and show you more coming soon in the episode. So in last week's report, we discussed the announcement of the EVM X Ideathon, which is a community-led hackathon that the ENF and Helios are organizing together. They announced that there's going to be multiple Ideathon workshops and $125,000 in USD and EOS prizes and incubator programs. It's an Ideathon for non-technical creators who have great ideas, and then also a hackathon. There's two different tracks. The hackathon is for people building on Trust EVM, and that will be split up and so forth. We discussed it last week, so you can check out the details there. And of course, you can go to trust.one to learn more about Trust EVM, which is coming soon and super exciting. This week, well, actually, also another thing too is that the people who participate in this will have an opportunity to participate in the Helios Incubator, which of course is quite renowned and has been quite successful. So you can check out that and more in links to the description. And also, Helios released a new blog post this week talking about what Ideathons are and why Ideathons must come before hackathons to build profitable apps. So you can check that at heliosrising.com. Great article. Always love to see all the work from Helios, and then you can review the blog post from the ENF that came out last week for many more details about the timeline of these events and some great clips and the Ideathon, the hackathon, and prizes and all the events that will be going on. Super cool stuff. And then, yeah, this week there was also a video that was published with Chris Barnes from Helios talking about the Ideathon and the EVM hackathon. So you can listen to that to learn much more. And then this week, Waxa also joined the fireside chat, and he shared a bunch more details that are very exciting about the upcoming hackathon, Ideathon, and then he also shared 5 different categories about how people can participate in this hackathon with DeFi and Gov3 and GameFi and social good and Web3. So the EVM X Ideathon will be open for registration on September 19th, and I encourage everybody to participate and spread the word. Everybody can, and you can join the EOS Discord and participate in fireside chats every Wednesday 19 UTC to get all the latest alpha with these events. So, and then in addition to that hackathon, there's also the GameFi hackathon that's being hosted by Trust EVM. So far there's been about 25 teams who have registered to build awesome games in this hackathon, which is awesome to see. And now there's less than 7 days left. I think that there's 4 days left at this point now to register for the hackathon. You can check out their Twitter to learn more about this, and you can also check out the hackathon page. You can check out all the builds that are going on, all the cool games that are happening. So you can do that, and then you can also check out the application guide to learn how to apply on the same link that you can find, and then also the blog post where you can find more details and a cool Twitter space that they did a couple weeks ago when it first started, where you can learn more as well. So there's that, of course, Trust.one, and then there's also some great new news that came out about Trust EVM this week. So, for example, Zach Gall shared in the Telegram chats how the early benchmarking is showing that Trust EVM is performing at an orders of magnitude higher swaps per second than other EVMs. So that's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. And then there's also been lots of other news with Trust EVM, like a Chinese Twitter space with some popular influencers that happened this week, and then some new blog articles that are both in Chinese and in English on the Trust EVM blog Medium page. Lastly, to wrap up this segment about building, we'll talk a little bit about Nathan James's Twitter account. So Nathan has been, well, obviously he's the director of developer relations who joined the ENF a couple months ago, and we featured that in a recent episode. And Nathan, if you just check out his Twitter account, he's been sharing a bunch of really helpful threads about helping builders build better and find work and so forth. So this week he put out a great thread about how to earn $100,000 in a year, and talking about how to learn programming and how to learn Figma and all these different tools and so forth. So if you're not sure how to use these tools, then Nathan James is a great person to look to learn about these tools. He's also building lots of helpful things in the EOS ecosystem, like an EOS developer hub and so forth. He's also got a thread here about networking, about succeeding by building network and so forth. So you can check out Nathan James for all these. He also shared out a video on his YouTube channel about imposter syndrome and helping developers be the best developers that they can. So you can check that out on Nathan James' YouTube channel. I checked it out, and I'm very excited to see what Nathan's putting out. He's also hiring developer advocates, or he's looking to hire developer advocates who are comfortable on camera. So you can reach out if you're interested in making videos with Nathan James for developers. And then, yeah, you can check out a recent tweet about Learn to Earn, the upcoming developer hub that is coming up with Nathan James. And of course, check out the blog post where he joined to learn much more. So if you're not building yet, then you should really consider it, because there's a lot of great things going on. And if you're building, then there's so many great opportunities in the EOS ecosystem, more than ever. So great to see. Looking forward to seeing all the things that people build in the EOS ecosystem. We'll move on now. I'll check out the chat. I'm seeing lots of excitement going on here. Go EOS. Hey, everyone. Hey, Kevin and Leonardo and Max. Great to see you all. Quiet Before the Storm, fire. Love to see it. Oscar and Yana and STF, Nova Crypto with the Cyclone, Fractal Cyclone. Great to see Yarrow and Veronica. Power Lions, Andrew at the party. It's great to see everybody. Thank you, STF, for the shout out. Really appreciate it. And the Spicy Peppers, Spicy Dogman. Fastest EVM in the West, fastest EVM in the world, I think. And shout out to Nathan James too, and NS James too, absolutely. And yeah, thank you, Patrick. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Hey, Kevin, great to see you all. And yeah, hope everybody's having a great time. I'm enjoying it, and I'd like to all remind you to like and subscribe and share to help grow EOS and help spread the word about the hot sauce in EOS Nation and so forth. This week, as always, we have Party Cracker NFTs that you can register for a chance to win by going to the most recent tweet from EOS Nation about this show, and then go clicking on the bounty block link to spread the sauce, win a Party Cracker NFT. Can learn instructions there to link your wallet and follow EOS Nation and retweet to enter for chances to win. Hey, Veronica, sounds good. Cool. So yeah, thank you, everybody. And now we'll move on to the next topic, because we have a lot of topics in this special Calm Before the Storm. So next topic that we'll talk about, pretty quick notice, is that the ENF is hiring. They're looking for experienced Web3 marketing pros to join their team and help spread the word about the new EOS across the world. So they're seeking outstanding people to fill roles for senior manager of marketing operations analytics, a senior manager of global events marketing, and a director of product marketing. They also have another job opening for product manager and a scrum master. And all these positions, you can learn about it. They put out a tweet, and then that tweet links to a careers page where you can learn more about careers at the EOS Network Foundation. And then you can check out all of the pages, all of the job listings for much more details about this. You can also scroll down a bit more to see work benefits. These are all remote jobs, and they can come with great benefits and so forth. So you could check out that. And yeah, and in addition, you can always feel free to reach out to people in the EOS community if you're interested in working with the ENF or anybody in the EOS community as well. It's a very collaborative community. So yeah, I'm excited to see all the growth in the ENF and EOS, and looking forward to seeing who joins. Check it out. Links in the description. Next topic that we'll discuss is a big partnership, multi-million-dollar deal to accelerate innovation on EOS between the ENF and OCI, or Object Computing Incorporated. So you can see Eve shared a tweet here that the OCI team helped build EOS into one of the most battle-tested, reliable, and longest-running blockchains. And this is a long-term strategic partnership, which is a major step towards ensuring EOS continues to innovate and thrive well beyond the hard fork coming up. on September 22nd. Also, really cool looking art here too. So I'm excited about this announcement. You could check out the tweets from the ENF to learn more about this, and also the new article, which provides many details about all the great building that's going on in the EOS community with all the great different teams building together. It's really awesome to see. Also, about the specifics about this partnership. So the ENF has been working with OCI since March or April, since they first formally announced their partnership and collaborations for the transaction lifecycle improvements. And then I've also been helping with Antelope Leap implementation a lot too. So you can learn more about that. OCI is, we covered it back in the hot sauce, like 144 or something like that, quite in detail, but they're a very valued company and they've been helping greatly. They have many of the best EOS developers around, and they've also worked with partners like technology giants like Google and Intel and NASA and AWS and so forth. So they know what they're doing. There's a lot of really smart people here. And yeah, so you can learn this blog article more. There's also a recent post from Phil Meisner, who works with OCI, talking with Eves at the recent festival. He also joined the Fireside Chat recently. So it's great to see this new partnership between OCI and ENF. You can also check out the older blog post with the first announcement to learn more about OCI and what they've done so far with EOS and the ENF. And then OCI also put out a tweet here too. So glad to hear the partnership, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the fruits of their labor and then all the awesome things that people are building and developing in the EOS ecosystem, and for several years, many years going forward. Next topic that we'll discuss is remodeling centralized management with DAOs. So ENF CEO Eva LaRose recently was featured in an insightful NASDAQ interview about this topic, remodeling centralized management with DAOs, which is an interesting way to phrase it. So you could check out here. Well, first off, Eve is talking about the hard fork coming up, and then a series of investments and strategic partnerships that may go along with celebrating the EOS Independence Day on September 21st with a consensus upgrade. So that's really cool. And then he quote tweeted this. So maybe there's some relation to the DAOs that are coming up. This article in NASDAQ is very insightful. It starts off with some basic introductions to DAOs in Eve's words and so forth, and what makes DAOs different from traditional organizations and their advantages and limitations and so forth. And then it also talks about different benefits of DAOs, like the sustainability and the anti-fragility and the programmability and the coordination possibility and the mutability and all the stuff that comes along with DAOs. Lots that we can go on. And he also talks about the DAO structure of the EOS network and also the unique role of the ENF in the ecosystem as well. And then he also shares some ideas about, or some like kind of hints about, upcoming DAO tools that seem like they might be built into the EOS protocol. Zach also talked about that recently too. So check out the article on NASDAQ to learn much more. And you can also check out a related article in the Everything EOS Weekly Report from July 11th. Eve wrote another NASDAQ article about DAGs, Decentralized Autonomous Gaming Guilds. So that's one application for DAGs on EOS that combines gaming with DAOs, which is really cool and exciting. So you can check that out. We also featured in the hot sauce a couple months ago. And then an example, so there's many DAO that are already built on EOS and many DAO tooling that are already built on EOS. So some examples like Consortium and Daclify and Dboard and Eden Elections and Fractals and NFTs and eDAO, all kind of thing. We can go on and on about it. One that got featured this week is Consortium DAC, which got added to the Helios ecosystem page. You can check out the Helios Twitter to learn about the EOS.io ecosystem and learn more about much of these. I've been very excited about Consortium for a long time. I think it's a great tool for building a decentralized on-chain incentive-based governance layer for social organizations. And there's a bunch of organizations there you can check out at app.consortium.vote, and how people use this unique voting tool to vote on different proposals and so forth, and polls for their DAO. We're also planning to use this at the Eden Fractal, and we've been working on an interim consensus proposal that you can check out by joining, or on edencreators.com, and joining the events and so forth, where we're planning to use Consortium for lots of stuff. And also, we've been working quite a bit at Eden Fractal about empowering communities with Fractally on EOS. So lots of cool stuff. Of course, Fractally is building the next generation of DAOs, and Eden Fractal focusing on this and working with tools like Consortium can be super helpful for DAOs. There's so many examples, but this is one tool that I'm really excited about in one community building DAO software. Also, this week at the Eden Fractal, June Dam, he's an awesome creator and builder in the EOS community. He's building something called Dboard. He joined the Eden Fractal for the first time. We spoke about it, and you can check out Dboard on Pomelo. Mello to see all sorts of cool things that he's building that will help empower DAOs and help people cooperate better. Also, Shan Zenith, he's a new EOS community member who recently joined a fireside chat, and then he recently joined the Eden Fractal this week, and I spoke with him, and he shared some really cool DAO tooling stuff that he's been working on in the Ethereum space mostly, but now he's interested in EOS, and he's got a mind map where you can learn about lots of tools that will soon be compatible with EOS with full RPC compatibility on the Trust EVM. So really cool stuff to see, all the DAO innovations going on, and I'm stoked about this. I'm stoked that Eve is writing the article in the NASDAQ to help spread the word about DAOs on EOS. And then also this week, there's a new article released by Crypto News Z about how EOS is the best example of Web3 community ownership. So this article is very insightful and talks about unique decentralization of EOS and how EOS cooperates differently than other blockchains, history of Block One, and how EOS is truly a community endeavor brought to life. So great stuff. You can check it all in the links. And as Eve said, EOS is arguably the largest DAO in the world. And one of their goals now is to make it as easy as possible for the EOS community to spin up DAOs without having to deploy smart contracts and UIs and all sorts of stuff like that. So looking forward to it. It'll be quiet before the storm, so to speak. I think there'll be a lot of DAOs on EOS soon. Looking forward to it. Next topic that we'll discuss is the preparation to Leap. So there's only 12 more days until EOS strides into the future of Web3 with the consensus upgrade long awaited to Antelope Leap 3.1. We featured this several times in past episodes, including this episode of Hot Sauce, I believe like 165 or so, talking about all the benefits of Leap and Antelope, which is an open framework for building fast and secure and user-friendly Web3 services. The scheduled launch date of Antelope Leap is on September 1st, and EOS engineers are working diligently to ensure a smooth transition. You can check out antelope.io to see a basic overview of the features and recent articles and recent video to learn much more. There's also an article that came out a couple weeks ago about the release features. So all sorts of cool things that are coming with this improvement and with this upgrade, consensus upgrade, that will be very helpful for the EOS community. Developers like Greymass have already upgraded to Leap 3.1 with their API nodes, and there's much more in the works as well. And if you haven't, if you are operating an EOS node, then read the upgrade guide to learn how to continue syncing with the network. That's on the ENF website, eosnetwork.com, to learn all the details. Otherwise, it won't sync. This week, Nat from the Liquid Apps team also recently wrote a technical article entitled Antelope's Magic API Firehose, which provides an overview of benefits and instructions for the Firehose and API functionality in Leap 3.1. So it's very informative, quite technical, but Nat is an awesome developer. I worked with him a lot at Liquid Apps, and so this is, I think, a very helpful resource. He also spoke about it with Daniel Keys in the fireside chat, had a very insightful discussion about Leap 3.1 upgrade, and coming up in 12 days. Excited to see all these upgrades that are coming. Of course, this week, there's also another meeting from the Antelope Coalition where they discussed the Leap 3.1 contracts and the scalability plus blue paper, which I think is coming soon, and faster finality and IBC, all sorts of amazing stuff that's coming up. As always, you can watch all the meetings from the Antelope Coalition meeting on the playlist on the EOS Network Foundation channel, which is actually recently upgraded or changed from everything EOS, and then also the Antelope Leap 3.1 launch group. And I think that there might be lots more videos coming soon as we approach this upcoming consensus upgrade. Lastly, you can also read a new article that was written this week by Crypto Daily and retweeted by the ENF to learn more about the consensus upgrade and its momentous significance for the EOS community. As Eve was saying, this is Independence Day for EOS in many ways. So awesome stuff. And you can check out the EOS support Twitter account to see their article. They've been helping greatly with the upgrade, and they have a forum for people who run nodes and run applications and so forth to both help upgrade and then share their input and so forth to make the upgrade as smooth as possible. Next topic that we'll discuss, while on the topic of EOS support, is the monthly report. So EOS support team is providing updates about many initiatives that they're doing to help the EOS ecosystem. You can check it out on their Twitter and at eosupport.io, where Dario shares the introduction, and then there's a 19-page, beautifully designed PDF document where they write about their ticketing efforts to help provide support for individuals, and also the learning center and articles that they're building, and EOS Support Plus, and social media engagement, and also the giveaway show, and also an upcoming EOS support news. So lots of great things that are well organized and easy to see with graphs and so forth. You can also hear an overview of this report on the fireside chat from this week, where EOS Support CCO Charles Bishop shared a bunch of updates. He also shared it on this week's giveaway show, where you can watch and see. He does great episodes, so great work to Charles and the EOS Support team. And also, perhaps most notably, this month, we covered it recently, but in case you hadn't heard, the EOS Support team launched EOS Respect and successfully held their first election this month. It's kind of like, it's pretty similar to Eden, but with monthly elections. And the next election is occurring on September 13th. And you can go to eosrespect.io to learn how to participate. You can also earn now, or you can check out EOS Respect 2 in a recent Everything EOS Weekly Report. But anyway, you can now earn pop tokens too by watching the giveaway show and participating too. So we featured that recently, but you can earn pop tokens at many EOS community events. You can check out how to earn them and what they are and so forth on the eosnetwork.com. But basically, you can go to the giveaway show at the EOS Support YouTube channel every Thursday at, I believe, 16 UTC, and you can earn pop tokens as well as giveaways and all sorts of cool stuff. And you can also check out EOS Support semi-annual report from a couple weeks ago to learn more, and of course eosupport.io to get concierge service and speak with friendly agents to learn more about EOS and EOS support. Cool, great work, EOS support. Next topic that we'll discuss is new music NFTs from Sound Element. So there's a very talented musician and EOS enthusiast named Andres Palmer, who recently announced the release of new musical NFTs from Sound Element. These are beautiful NFTs that combine really cool, like, elemental visuals with really fun and cool and rhythmic acoustic music with kind of a Latin American vibe. The first fiery kind of NFT went on sale this week, and it's on sale for 5 EOS. You can check out Andres's Twitter account or a Sound Element Twitter account to learn more. And then you can also go to Atomic Hub and see all of the collections. There's a bunch of art and then also musical NFTs where you can hear the music from Andre embedded in the NFT. So you can scroll through and see lots of different elements and so forth from this collection and past collections that Andre and Sound Element have released. He also put out a thread recently about both promoting an NFT that he's doing on OpenSea, and then second off, sharing some of the video of him playing mandolin with his band. So it's really cool music. And then he also shares a kind of a biographical thread about who he is, touring the world and dedicating himself to music, and also why he's so passionate about Web3 with music too. So check it out. I've been following Andres for a while, and I'm a big fan of his work, and I'm looking forward to seeing more about that. He also put out a great thread a while back about NFTs on EOS, where you can learn about CryptoFinny and .gems and all sorts of great different NFT projects on EOS and so forth. So you can watch his work there, and then you can join the Telegram channel at Sound Element to learn more. He's also working on a project called Vitus Block to help empower musicians and all sorts of artists and creators with Web3 and EOS technology. So way to go, Andres, and way to go, Sound Element. Next topic that we'll discuss today is Defibox and Yield Plus. So there's a lot of people who are noticing all the yield opportunities from Defibox following last week's successful launch of the Yield Plus pilot phase. Defibox put out a tweet asking how you think they'll distribute it. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see how it helps grow the Defibox ecosystem. We covered this last week in the Hot Sauce and also in the weekly report. You can read about and watch a video with Denny Carrier talking about it. But basically, it's live now, and protocols like Defibox's protocols are now earning EOS rewards in this kind of trial phase. Defibox, well, there's been a lot coming out this week. So there's been 3 new articles from community members in Defibox and a new weekly report where you can learn about all the progress in Defibox, and then also a Chinese Twitter space with the ENF team. So just to give you a brief overview, Dahlia wrote an article about three charts that help show some progress for, or kind of indicate some progress for EOS and Box, with the potential of Yield Plus and the potential of the Box token and the potential of new development with new protocols in Defibox. There's also an article from River that kind of provides an overview of the 4 protocols on Defibox, which are swaps and USN stablecoins and lending, and also the balance stablecoin swapping protocol that was launched here too. So you can check Defibox Twitter for all of these. Theon, who works with Sub Deeply, also wrote an article where he provided kind of a more general overview of DeFi, and then he also went on quite a bit into interesting perspectives about Defibox and Yield Plus. So it's great to see all the community collaborations here to promote EOS DeFi, You can also check out, if you speak Chinese or are just interested in checking it out, the recent Twitter space that came out talking about the next narrative for the bull market and DeFi and so forth. And then, of course, you can go to defibox.io and check out, explore all the different protocols and DeFi applications and so forth. Very well organized. They're doing great work. Past weekly reports as well from past few months. In June, Defibox launched a balance where you can learn more about this new protocol for trading stablecoins, and also the anniversary of Defibox from about a month ago. They're now 2 years old, operating on EOS mainnet. You can also check out tokenyield.io for all the protocols and learn more about Yield Plus. And then you can also check out different statistics and cool graphics here. And then, of course, to learn more about Yield Plus, you can register. Qualified builders are encouraged to hit the join button there and apply to join. And then also, you can learn much more details on the website, tokenyield.io. Way to go, Defibox. The next topic that we'll discuss is EOS taking steps towards an epic end of year. So EOS Go recently wrote a great new article to reflect on EOS's growth so far over the past year and summarize a bunch of exciting developments, 3 that signal a very positive outlook for EOS. This is kind of in light of the ENF's first year anniversary, which we covered last week on the Hot Sauce, and EOS has been doing great work, of course, for the past year. So this article, you could check it out. They first talk about EOS community activity on the rise. So there's been a huge growth in activity on EOS social media, 55% increase in social engagement, and over 100% in shared links over the past 6 months. It shows that people are paying attention to EOS a lot, and a lot more than previously. There's also talk about Antelope Coalition updates and the ENF sponsored Ideathon that we talked about, and also the Yield Plus Ideathon. So they're kind of summarizing here and then bringing this in to show how all these things together, along with so many other benefits, have a very positive outlook for the EOS community. Lunar Crush has also been tweeting and helping to support the EOS community and noticing the upward growth. And of course, we have covered this quite a lot over past weeks with the new EOS Rising hot sauce. And also this week, there's also an interesting discussion in the fireside chat with Rhett from Zysan, and the team from Zysan and ENF are doing a bunch of different conferences and so forth that are coming up soon. So you can check out that, and you can check out the fireside chat and an interview with Patrick from Nova Crypto to learn more about all the conferences and all the stuff that's been going on. Of course, since EOS has been around for 4 years and building, and now with the past year of ENF development and all these great initiatives, EOS is certainly taking steps towards taking it epic end of year and much more into 2023 and going forward. So I think that's the last main story that we'll discuss. We'll briefly mention some EOS community events. So as always, there are many great events every week in the EOS community where you can meet many amazing people, and you can check out all of these at the bottom of each Everything EOS Weekly Report. I join a bunch of these meetings. You can also learn about the pop tokens, but you can check out all these, and I hope to see you there. There's a lot of amazing events with a lot of amazing people. The Road to 10K promotion is also still going on too, so you get extra incentive to invite friends. And then there's also a Twitter space coming up every Friday at 17 UTC, hosted by Helios. I've also joined these all for the past few months. We have great discussions. I encourage you to join. We talk about Eden and EOS and Antelope ecosystem and much more. So check those all out. I'll also well, I think now's a good time. There's also one final note that I'd like to share with you all too. I'll check the chat in a moment, but first I'd like to say a thank you, and I'd also like to say a goodbye, because this will be my last show as the host of the Hot Sauce. I spoke with the EOS Nation team, and they decided to do some restructuring of the company. So Martin and Stefan will be hosting the show in future weeks. They've done many great shows in the past, and they're both awesome hosts, of course. So I'm looking forward to watching and following along in future weeks. And there's going to be lots of exciting, spicy news coming up soon. Epic end of year and going on. So yeah, it's been an honor and a pleasure and a thrill and a huge learning experience and a really great time. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed doing these shows with you every week, and I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the show, and thank you so much for all the great work with EOS. It's been an amazing 6 months working with EOS Nation doing the Hot Sauce, and I'm looking forward to collaborating with everybody from the team and the EOS community much more. I'll still be very active in the community and working on lots of exciting initiatives that I'm excited to share. And yeah, I'll be at a lot of those events that I mentioned too, so you can always feel free to reach out, and I'm looking forward to speaking with you and doing awesome things together. So yeah, thanks again, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Also check out the chat too, because I see lots of different messages here. I don't know if I'll be able to catch up with everything, but yeah, shout out Pomelo, Dan Spoiler, go EOS, absolutely. New Legend, Gion's been doing great work. Thank you, New Legend, and Shimona Spicy and Patrick. Shout out to Shimona for the great art. Yeah, too. True, absolutely. Shimona has been doing awesome work with all of the art, such as, well, yeah, you can see the playlist here for EOS Nation with all the different episodes that I've been hosting for the past 6 months, and Stefan, and then way back 168 episodes now hosted by Martin and Stefan and Eves and Daniel Keys. And so it's been awesome. Once again, I'm honored to be doing this and have the opportunity. And then also, yeah, Shimon has been doing awesome work. So thank you so much. Shout out to Phil Master and ID Fractal. Shout out to Patrick because he's bringing so much enthusiasm. And yeah, Shan's too, doing great work. Thank you, everybody. I'm just commenting. The show's probably going a bit longer, but I'm glad to be here and read everybody's chats. Dancing in September. It sounds like Andrew's having fun. Shout out to EOS Support and .gems team. Also, thank you, .gems team. Thank you to Martin and Stefan. They taught me and helped me so much with this EOS Nation and stuff like that. And Pablo and everybody, the rise of EOS. Oh, my dogs. Thank you, New Legend. I will miss the EOS hot dog too. I'm happy we got that joke through, Andrew. And thank you, Stefan, too. I appreciate the kind words. And yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. It's been a pleasure. And you've also been a great teacher as well and great guider. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kevin. I'm glad to see that you're helping with EOS Nation too, and best of luck to you too. Thank you, the best dog, PPBD. Yo, thank you very much. Thank you, Danny, and yeah, thank you, everybody. Every Wednesday. Yep, absolutely. It sounds good. So anyway, I'll wrap it up here. And yeah, you can check out, of course, EOS Nation's YouTube channel for more about the hot sauce. And soon, Stefan and Martin will be sharing some great episodes with you as well. So lots to look forward to in the coming months with EOS and the coming weeks with EOS. Until then, remember to keep it spicy, everybody. Go the dog. So yeah, thanks, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed all the shows. I hope you have a great weekend. And I think maybe just one last, since this is my last episode, maybe I'll do like one big Go EOS, make it bigger than ever, because I kind of want to just make it, more fun, get up a bit. So yeah, thank you, everybody. Hope you had a great episode. Maybe we'll get like a running start here. I'll run back and I'll go 3, 2, 1. And everybody in the chat too. Everybody in the chat, go EOS. 3, 2, 1. Go! Yeah! All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed everything, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I'm looking forward to working with you all. Have a great day. Keep it spicy. Thank you, everybody. See you.